talk to me first about the Portal and the Portal Mini. What do they do?
Yeah, we're so excited about our new products. We've got a 10-inch and an 8-inch HD screen, and they're really oriented towards connecting people with the ones they love the most, who maybe aren't nearby through video calling. Now, these also are kind of designed to look like picture frames, so they can fit into anyone's home just as easily and naturally as if they were picture frames. They'll even show pictures when they're not in use.
And then another really cool thing that you guys are launching is the TV Portal as well. So tell me about that.
Yeah, Portal TV takes advantage of what is already the biggest screen in most people's homes, the TV, and turns it into a really immersive video calling device.
So one thing that really struck out to me was the price point, which at about $149 feels like you're really trying to push into what is already a competitive space. You have Roku, Apple TV. How do you stand out?
Yeah, we think that the most important thing that people do is connect with each other. And until now, all these devices, they're not really focused on that. They're focused on connecting you with content, which is great, and they're very useful. But when it comes to connecting with the people you care the most about, that was something that was missing. And so with Portal, you can use Facebook, you can use Messenger, you can use WhatsApp to connect with the people that you care the most about in a really rich, immersive way, with cameras that follow you around the room, and you're hands-free, and you and your kids can connect with your grandparents or your friends without having to worry about holding a phone and your arm getting tired and trying to fit everyone into the shot.
So you mentioned camera, so I have to bring up on the Portal, of course, there was that button where you could turn the camera off. Privacy has been a huge concern. Was that the focal point of making sure it was very easy for me to turn the camera on and off?
Yeah, when you're introducing new devices for people's homes, people have never experienced anything like Portal before. And it's got a camera and it's got a microphone. We wanted to make sure everyone felt really comfortable and in control of that experience. So these generations of Portals don't just have controls to turn off the camera and the microphone. They actually have integrated shutters that cover the camera so you can see that it's not seeing you.
What about the microphones?
The microphones have an active light when they're disabled so that you know they're disabled. And then alternatively, you can decide to leave the microphone on if you want to use the assistants like Alexa or Hey Portal.
And so during that, if I say Hey Portal, am I still being recorded?
If the device hears the wake word like Hey Portal, it sends a short recording or a voice clip up to the servers to kind of get an answer back to you. And if you have storage enabled, which is the default, then we may review those voice recordings to kind of improve the quality over time. But you can also disable those on the device itself or on your Facebook activity log.
You know, privacy data, all of that has been a big focal point of Facebook. Is now the right time to be launching new products where there is a camera, where there is a microphone, when right now there's so much scrutiny and arguably the least amount of trust in Facebook?
Yeah, I think now is the best time to be launching a product like this. Connecting with somebody else that you care about is the essence of what Facebook does, and that's what the Portal devices are centered around, is video calling with the people that you care the most about. Now, we've taken every precaution that we can to make sure people feel comfortable with the devices in their homes and the controls they have on those devices, but I think when they have that experience of connecting with somebody that they care about who doesn't live nearby, they're going to really experience something that's special for them.
It also comes at a time when antitrust scrutiny is at the highest. Looking at big tech, when you think of Facebook, a lot of people think the app and more of a software. Is now also the right time to be expanding your tentacles and showing regulators how big you are and going into tech, going into your home, going into a TV?
The smart display category is so new. I mean, really, the entire devices of smart display have only been in the market for 2 or 3 years now. And I think it's really early, and everyone wants to experiment and see what kind of value we can create there. It's not very big yet, but it's growing year over year. And so if people decide that they're excited about video calling for the home, and we think they will be, then I think Portal is going to be a great fit for them. And if it's something that's not fitting for the marketplace, then we'll have to try different things.
From New York, when we cover Facebook earnings, we hear all about monthly downloads, daily active users, Facebook ad revenue. We frankly don't hear a lot about hardware. How does hardware fit into the overall theme that is Facebook?
Yeah, the way we think about it in my group, the augmented reality and virtual reality group, is that these are exciting new technologies that really are beyond the mobile phone. And they're so early on that we need to experiment and see what we can do to make sure that when these new technologies hit consumers, they're not just about consumers interacting with the device, but that their consumers are able to interact with other people that they care about through the device. Because that's really what Facebook is all about, is connecting with other people.
So do you think that hardware becomes more of a face as more of a place as a contributor to overall revenue of Facebook, for example, in the future?
It's so early for us. We don't really have all the business models sorted out for things like smart displays in the home, but we are pretty confident that if this category grows, we'll be really well positioned to take advantage.
We talk a lot about VR, virtual reality, the Oculus that was on sale, I believe, earlier this spring. Do you see virtual reality as an end goal in and of itself, or is it sort of a stepping stone to get to AR, which is the big thing?
Virtual reality and augmented reality are both important, and they share a lot of fundamental underpinnings, things like computer vision, but they also do different jobs. When you're in a virtual reality headset, you can suspend physics. You can do things that aren't possible in the world that we occupy otherwise. Augmented reality, by virtue of being anchored with the world that's around us, doesn't do quite the same jobs, although there are some pretty similar concepts in terms of rendering 3D objects into space.
As we look forward to new product offerings, one thing I notice is that this is connected to Amazon's Alexa. So I wonder, when would we see Facebook really come into the home, like a Google Home or an Amazon Alexa, a real home device?
You know, as always, Facebook is so focused on what is our mission, which is connecting people. And so with this device and the video calling that we offer on that, that's something that we're uniquely positioned to offer. We're really glad that consumers who use our devices can also use Alexa. That's a great product. In the same way that they can access things like Amazon Prime Video. But the real star of the show is the video calling experience that you're going to have with people that you care about.